Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my YouTube channel Science for Everyone. Today the lecture is related to antimicrobial chemotherapy and the title of my today's lecture is Natural Penicillins. In today's lecture, I will discuss that what is the structure of natural penicillin and which bacteria produced it and what are the resistance that are what are the different microorganisms that are producing different such type of resistance to these natural penicillins. Okay, so let's start with our video lecture. Okay, first of all, you should know about the structure of penicillin. Basically, there are 5 to 6 classes of penicillins. The first two are natural penicillin, which we will discuss today, and later on, the later parts are the synthetic penicillins. Okay, but keep this thing in mind. This is the parental structure of the penicillin. It consists of two rings. The first one is known as the beta-lactam ring. You all already know about it because this is such type of ring that is performing the activity. Okay, and the second one is known as the thiazolidine ring. Okay, the second is known as thiazolidine ring, and the first is known as beta-lactam ring. And this, just look here to the variable side chain. This is the side chain which is varying in different types of penicillin. It will be different in natural penicillins and it will be different in other such types of penicillin. So with respect to this R group penicillin varies in their function and in their activities. Okay, so we will discuss about the natural penicillin. We are having two type of natural penicillins. One is the penicillin G and the other is penicillin G. V. Just look here to the structure. This is the thiazolidine ring. This is the beta-lactam ring. The combination of these two rings are basically known as the 6-aminopenicillinic acid. Okay, just keep these things for your MCQs. And this is the R group. For penicillin G, this is the R group, and for penicillin V, this is the R group. Okay, so keep this thing in mind. For penicillin G, this is the R group, and for penicillin V, this is the R group. So as I have told you that with respect to this R group, they varies when they have in the respect to their structure, with respect to their function, and with respect to their activity. Okay, so keep these small things in your mind. These are special type of points that you have to remember for different vivas and different lectures. Okay, now one thing, keep this thing in mind, that penicillin, why it is called penicillin G and penicillin B, because these are why this is called natural penicillin is because these are extracted directly from the microorganism, and after that it is directly applied to it. No such type of variation is no such type of variation is included in this. Okay, this is the natural product of the microorganism that is producing this penicillin. And what was the name of the microorganism? So it is known as a Penicillium rubens, Penicillium grassogenum, and Penicillium notatum. Okay, these three such type of microorganisms are producing this penicillin, and it is basically fungi, mold. Okay, this is mold. So these three microorganisms, these three molds are producing this penicillin. Again, I'm repeating: penicillin notatum, rubens, and crassogenum. Okay, these three molds are producing these penicillin G and penicillin B. Okay, uh, this is a little bit text. Okay, so you can read it out. I have told you that it consists of a beta lactam ring and a thiazolidine ring and an R group. And in today's lecture, I will discuss penicillin G and V, the natural penicillin. And in the later videos, I will discuss the different other types of penicillins. Okay, so here we will discuss the natural penicillin. The parental agents are penicillin G. Yeah, penicillin G is basically given intravenous, and penicillin V is given oral. Okay, so keep this thing in mind. Penicillin G is given parental because the stomach acid can degrade it. Okay, so that's why it is given directly through intravenous route, while penicillin V cannot be degraded by the stomach acid, so it can be given orally. Keep these things also in your mind. Now here come the main part of the lecture. that which microorganism are showing resistance and which type of resistance are showing. So just take out your pen and pencil and a paper. I will tell you the names of the microorganism who are producing such type of resistance to these natural penicillin, and these microorganisms mostly come in the MCQs. Okay, so I have already discussed the overall overview of this resistance, that what is penetration, what is porine. Here I will also discuss a little bit about it, but in order to know it in detail, so you can watch the previous videos related to penicillins. Okay, the resistance to penicillin. So the first one is the penetration. Penetration means that our it cannot enter our normal human cell. Okay, because our normal human cell is surrounded by a plasma membrane, and these natural penicillins cannot penetrate across our plasma membrane. Keep this thing in mind. So it is also such type of resistance. So keep this thing in mind that two type of microorganism, rickettsia and legionella. Rickettsia and legionella, these two such type of microorganism is showing resistance to penicillin V and penicillin G, and that resistance is in the form of the penetration, because rickettsia are intracellular microorganisms. Okay, they have to enter our cell and reproduce just like viruses. So when they enters our cell, so the penicillin cannot enter our cell, and after that it is showing resistance to it. And legionella is also a gram-positive bacteria, and it is also present inside our human cells. Okay, and it is also reproducing inside our human cells. So just because of these entrance inside our cells, the penicillin cannot enter our cells, and they are showing resistance to them. The second one is the porine. Now, again, penetration, the Legionella and the Rickettsia, these two microorganisms, write it down. The second one is the porins. Okay, porins are special type of channel proteins that are present in the cell membrane of the microorganism, and they are actively, their function is that they export or import different such type of stuff inside the cell in the form of the nutrients. So these porine proteins are also, they can block the entrance of the penicillin. These porine proteins, they block the entrance of the penicillins. Okay, so this is also such type of the resistance. So in the form, in gram-negative bacteria, E. coli, Proteus mirabilis, and Salmonella enterica, and Shigella. These four microorganisms are showing resistant in the form of porine proteins. Okay, to penicillins. They block their porine channel proteins, and the penicillin cannot enter uh, these microorganisms. So again, I'm telling you, E. coli, Proteus mirabilis, Salmonella, and Shigella. These are gram-negative bacteria. Okay, so just because of it, it cannot pass, the penicillin cannot pass their cell membranes. Okay, so this is also such type of resistance. The third one is the pump. It is also known as efflux pump. Okay, efflux pumps are basically such type of pumps. They just throw out the penicillin from their cell. Uh, that's why they are called efflux. Efflux matlab, means exact. Okay, so what does they do? They just throw out the inner material to the outside. Okay, so I'm telling you the name of the microorganism, Pseudomonas aeruginosa. Pseudomonas aeruginosa is such type of microorganism. They just, what does they do? They just throw out the penicillin, and this is also such type of resistance to the penicillin, the natural penicillin. The fourth one is the penicillinases, or also known as the beta lactamases. What basically this enzyme is? So it destroy or it cleave the beta lactam ring. This is the beta lactam ring. And just look here, penicillinase is attack here on the beta lactam ring. The main functional component of the penicillin is the beta lactam ring. When it is destroyed, so the penicillin cannot work. So what does the bacteria do? They synthesize these penicillinases, and they destroy the penicillin beta lactam ring, and they cannot function. So there are multiple gram positive and gram negative bacteria. They are producing penicillinases. There are Staphylococcus can also produce penicillinases, Neisseria, Haemophilus influenza, and some anaerobic bacteria, just like Bacteroides fragilis. These microorganisms are producing penicillinases. So in simple, gram positive as well as gram negative bacteria are producing penicillin. Again, I'm telling you the names of it: Staphylococcus species, Neisseria, Haemophilus influenza strains, and the enteric species and anaerobic species, just like Bacteroides fragilis. These microorganisms are producing penicillinases and they are degrading the penicillin. So this is also such type of resistance to it. Okay. The fifth one is the penicillin binding proteins. Okay, the bacteria modify the penicillin binding protein. Penicillin binding proteins are such type of proteins that are involved in the biosynthesis of the peptidoglycan layer. So what does this the penicillin do? The penicillin bind to that proteins and block their function. So what the bacteria do? They modified their penicillin binding protein, so the penicillin cannot then bind to it. So this is also such type of resistance, and this resistance are produced by Streptococcus pneumonia. Some strains of Streptococcus pneumonia, they produce these modified penicillin binding proteins. Okay, so this is also such type of resistance. The last one is the peptidoglycan layer. This is when there are bacteria, they are not consisting of the peptidoglycan layer, and that are mycoplasma and the chlamydia. Okay, mycoplasma and chlamydia are such type of microorganisms, bacteria. They are not having peptidoglycan layer, so they cannot be affected by the penicillin, because penicillin, the function of penicillin, I have discussed it in detail in the previous videos, but here I am also telling you that the main function of the penicillin is to just to stop the biosynthesis of the peptidoglycan layer. So if there is no peptidoglycan layer, so to whom it will interact? So that's why chlamydia and mycoplasma are such type of bacteria. They show resistance to the penicillins. Okay, so this was all about the today's video, that how which microorganism are showing resistance to natural penicillin, and what are the resistance to it. Okay, if you have any questions, so you can ask me in the comment box, I will answer you there. If you have understand this video, so like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos related to science. Thank you very much. God bless you.